was in the cab coming to this hotel, and we were told him that we were from America, and he's like, what do you think about Joe Biden? He asked me. I was like, oh man, I don't think he's awake. And he's like, yeah, do you think Trump can win? Because even people here, they know that if Trump loses, it's over for everybody. Yep. He's kind of this last man standing type of deal.
Absolutely.
And now you see $500-600 million in lawsuits against him.
So
do we survive this?
Well, this is the thing that's interesting. So then you have to find answers. So the solutions I've come up with in my mind, of course, are money, because money is power. And I want people to understand that when we talk about how money is the root of all evil. Money is also the root of all good. Money is the vested time and interest of other humans. If you have a bunch of money, you have the stored energy of other people. And I'll give you a very simple example. I have money, so I can get somebody to sweep my floor. I have their stored time and energy in a note or on a bank balance, where I can make them sweep a floor for as many hours as I so choose, because I can afford to pay them. It's the stored time and energy of other people. So for evil to be done, it requires the time and energy of humans. And for good to be done, it requires the time and energy of humans. So money is like gunpowder. It can be used for good. It can be used for bad. It's like germ theory. You can save people's lives, or you can create a pathogen that decimates a populace. So it can go both ways. Money is certainly an answer, because if you're completely broke, it's hard for you to influence other people and influence the world by extension. So money is super important. And the other thing I think is important is fraternity and brotherhood, and living for something larger than just money itself. That's why I said about the Islamic nations live for God. And I think if you look at any period of human history, one of the things that gives me solace in this insanity is that I feel like men have always believed that the world is ending. Because we're looking at it right now saying, society's over, it's finished. And I feel nervous about that. And I genuinely lose sleep about that sometimes. I don't know how people sleep so easily at night watching the Super Bowl. There's times I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, we're fucked. And I can't sleep. But I feel like during the 60s, there were men who felt that way about the hippie revolution. And during World War II, of course, they felt like the world was ending. And I'm sure Vienna felt like the world was ending when the Mongol horde arrived. And I feel like people have always felt like the world is ending. I think if you're a man and you're masculine and you're protective, you're always going to feel like danger is coming. And the world always forms, and we continue, and humanity does manage to survive and progress. But it's always been a band of brothers. It's always been masculinity and fraternity which has resisted evil. It's always been the enemy's here. Who's on my team? Here's my gang. Here's my army. Here's my guys. Let's get our swords and let's go fight for it. And I feel like it's also more important than ever that people who are on the right side work together. And Patrick Bet-David said this. He said the leaders are finding the other leaders. And that's true. I think it's more important than ever that we do podcasts together, that other people who agree with us, we do podcasts and we amplify our voices. I think there has to be some degree of unity in the mission. And besides making a bunch of money, because money is power, and besides fraternity for people who are like-minded, I think those are our last chances. Those are the only chances we have. And I do believe we can slow the spread. COVID talk. Yeah. We can resist the insanity long enough, at least.
The new norm.
Yeah. We can resist the insanity long enough, at least, for them to build a new system on the back of this revolution, if there is one, or adjust the current system enough for life to still be livable.